That was the
guy's like
best
a
one so
schizo.
far.
That guy's a
I
schizo,
know.
dude.
That's the best one so far, though. That was almost the most like crazy like System of a Down song I've ever listened to. The J-Bud Show, episode number 54. Welcome back to the J-Bud Show. We're here, not live. We started an era and we ended an era. Real quick.
We're back to our roots. Back to System of a Down.
This is highly anticipated. You know, I had to order this off a Hot Topic for $20. You know,
Hot Topic.
yeah, Hot Topic, baby.
Waited a while to do another System of a Down album. We've got a first-time call-in.
There's like no mess around in this video. Like we're getting on it and returning to the regular J-Bud videos that you guys know and love. Speaking of call-ins, let's hop into the call-in for System of a Down self-titled. The J-Bud call-in, System of a Down edition number 2. We're here with our good friend Jason. He is here to talk about System of a Down self-titled.
I am so excited to be here, and I will always be glad to be representing System of a Down here. I made sure to watch that video, the toxicity video, before I jumped in on here because I wanted to make sure I wasn't hitting the same points either. But yeah, so System of a Down, we have lead singer Serj Tankian, we have guitarist and second singer Darren Malakian, we have their bass player Shavo, we have their drummer John Dolmayan, I believe is his last name, and they formed in 1994. They're from here in California, I believe the Los Angeles area, and from what I understand, because I actually took a little bit of a deep lore as well too, I read Serj Tankian's book last month too, so there's a lot of good stuff in there about this era of System of a Down, which is really cool to find out.
Wow.
So apparently
So it was
Serj,
like a biography?
yeah, it's kind of like an autobiography he wrote. He talks a lot about like his grandparents' experience in Armenia and surviving the genocide and how that affected his whole family history, how when he went to college, that's when he started getting into music and activism, and also eventually getting into how he met everybody in System of a Down, formed the band, and all of the stuff that everybody's been talking about in recent years about why they haven't come out with music and stuff. All of that is in the book. I highly recommend it. I finished it in like a week. It was really
Wow.
good.
And their last album was 2005.
Yeah, 2005, 2006, I believe, which was when Hypnotize came out.
If you remember, Toxicity, somewhat political, a little bit of political commentary.
I
so
remember that.
Oh yeah,
They seem. I
This
mean,
one
it
definitely
seemed like populism.
a little
I don't know
bit.
what
At
that
least
means.
Serj is definitely the most out there with his political beliefs. He talks about in the book how like his activism in college and stuff, he was always very out there, and sometimes it leads to clash with the other band members. Obviously, the drummer is a big Trumpy, but they say that they have a friendly relationship. They're brother-in-law. They argue about stuff, but they're still family. They still love each other. And I think he ends the book on kind of that note too. Like, you know,
That's how
there's
it
a
should
lot
be.
of turmoil
That's how it
in the
should be.
band.
That's how it should
Exactly.
be.
That's how it should be. It really
Exactly. A
affects
lot of turmoil in the
personal-
band, but they're at a good place right now. Like, my brothers, you know, we fight, and that's what brothers do. Most of them, I think, had met, were in that same kind of area. And Serj and Darren actually met because they were both in different bands at the time, and they met at a rehearsal space at the time. After they ended up meeting up and realizing they had a lot of really cool ideas together, they formed their first band together, which was called Soil. And Shavo, the bass player, was actually their manager at the time. So he wasn't even a musician at the time. He was just the one who would like get them shows and stuff. And at that point, that band Soil didn't work out for various reasons. And then Darren wanted to keep things going, so they kept together. They brought Shavo in as their bass player. And at that point, they actually had a different drummer named Annie Kachatarian. I believe I'm totally mispronouncing his name. But they were the core band for a while until Andy was eventually kicked out of the band. Serj goes into it a little bit in the book. He like broke his hand punching a wall. He suspects there
Wow.
might have been some drugs maybe involved in that decision, but pretty quickly after that injury, they replaced him with John. And first Serj was like, I don't know, I feel bad about kicking him out of the band, but then when John was in, they're like, no, this completely changes everything. This is the band now. We are the band now.
I
And
did look over the track list. I saw a song named So.
yeah, that one is a really good song.
Does that have anything to do with the original band or
It
name?
surprisingly doesn't. It's actually about suicide, like one of
Oh.
his Serj's friends who committed suicide. And I didn't know that context when I first listened to this album, like, I don't know, like years ago, decades ago at this point. But reading the book, he goes into it. I'm like, oh yeah, those lyrics hit a lot different now. They hit way harder now when you start screaming in that bridge part. Like, oh, I get where this is coming from now.
Yeah.
They actually were able to build a following pretty quickly, and they did a show. I don't know if it was at the Whiskey or not, but they did a show where they knew for sure that Rick Rubin was going to be there, and they had already set in their minds, if we're going to be doing our first album, we need to do it it with Rick Rubin. So like from the story that I understand is that they like held off on their set. They like waited until they were for sure he was in the audience before they started playing their set. And he immediately was like, ooh, who are these guys? This is nothing like anything I've ever heard. And I think Serge talks about how like he's looked in the crowd and saw Rick Rubin like laughing at certain points, and that's how he knows like, ah, he gets what I'm trying to do here. He gets it. Like he's not trying to be like one of those typical record execs that just says everything's amazing. Like he sees something different in here. And so I'm pretty sure it was pretty quickly after that they got a record deal and Rick Rubin jumped in to be their producer and produced this amazing album, in my opinion.
I do know who Rick Rubin is. I don't know if you do though.
You might have said it before, but I don't.
He's worked on so many albums, like from Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Is he a producer?
No, he's like a producer, but isn't he like Overlooks album, right? And like he has a good ear or something like that.
Yeah, I like the term I've seen thrown around is he's a big ideas producer.
Yeah.
He's not so much like a person who's at the board, like writing the beats or like mixing everything. Like he's the person who's just in the back listening to everything and then will just say one offhand comment that completely changes the song. Like that's just his whole shtick. I'll briefly mention too the artwork on the front is actually from an anti-fascist poster from an old artist named John Hertzfeldt. It actually came out in like the 1920s. It was
is that the shirt you're wearing?
This one is actually for Mesmerize.
It's like a hand.
Yeah, it's like the hand that's kind of like reaching out. It was, I think the artist made it for like the Communist Party of Germany at the time or something like that, which makes sense because this album has a lot of like heavy themes and stuff, anti-war sentiment in here. There's a lot of stuff about like, you know, calling out organized religion and just religion, and also like media manipulation. The genocide, of course, Armenian genocide is also a big one that pops up in here. So a lot of the themes that were in Toxicity are also in here as well too.
I was gonna ask you how it kind of differentiates from Toxicity. Are they gonna be more raw?
Definitely.
Typically how it goes with their first album.
Yeah, I think that's the thing that kind of surprised me about this album, because I listened to Toxicity first and then I went back to this album. It's a lot more aggressive, a lot more raw, and it's also, if this makes any sense, a little bit like sillier in a way. I think that's the thing that kind of stuck out to me about just System of a Down in general too, is I really like that Darren has those really heavy, really fun to play and really just intense, like super fast guitar riffs, especially on this album. And Serge will do such weird and unique stuff with his voice. Like he's singing in a metal band and he's like rolling his R's and doing like squeaky sounds and just the most random stuff that shouldn't work, but somehow it makes it even heavier when you hear it on this album. I think my favorite example of that is on DDevil. He's just going all over the place, and it is amazing. It's one of the things I love about System of a Down is he's not afraid to just be silly with it. I think he talked about it in the book. He's like, metal wasn't his thing, that the rest of the band is more metal guys, so he always thought like the heavier the song gets, the more ridiculous he just wants to play it.
That was one of the main things that caught my eye when listening to Toxicity for the first time. He's literally like a theater voice almost. Crazy.
Yeah, absolutely. And he does a lot more screaming on this album too, which is really fun to hear.
Ever since I listened to Toxicity, it's literally one of my favorite albums that we've done on the channel. I've been feeding to listen to more. It's probably my top 5 most listened to bands.
Absolutely. I mean, I'm completely biased. I've been a fan forever, but I don't think they have a bad album, but you know, that's just me. I think Sugar is a great song. I think that's the single. I love Sugar because like at the end of the song, it just gets frantic and just starts speeding up and up and up and up. And that one is fantastic. It's just the energy is chaotic and crazy. That one's really cool. I already mentioned DDevil. I like the vocal styles on that one. Soil, I think, is really good. That one is the one he wrote about his friend who committed suicide, and that one, the lyrics really hit really hard. And also that one is kind of like in a funky time signature, which so makes it really just off kilter. And then the last song on the album, P.L.U.C.K, P.L.U.C.K, is all about the Armenian genocide. So there's a lot of stuff to really sink your teeth into.
Yeah, I'm super excited. I am ready to like just immerse and headbang again. I haven't done a lot of headbanging in a little while. Like I want to go like crazy today.
Do you want to plug anything?
So I also write and perform music as well under the name Jason Vilches. It's a lot of melodic metal stuff. So if you like System of a Down, if you like Linkin Park stuff, their heavier stuff, then you'll probably like what I'm doing there. So Jason Vilches Music. You can find me on Instagram, TikTok, all the places. And I also have a podcast as well called Mediadrome, where we talk about movies and stuff. So we're going to be picking that back up pretty well too.
Link in the description.
Thank you so much. Appreciate that. And I hope you guys love this album as much as I do.
Back from the call-in. Thank you, Jason.
Jason, first time time caller. First of all, great performance for first time.
Great performance as always.
Check out his shit. We're gonna link it down below. But I think we just go in right now.
Yeah, I think we just go in right away. You guys don't want to hear us.
Like we had a call in. We already talked about something else.
Yeah, let's just talk about the music and immerse. Before we hop into this most likely masterpiece, if you guys want to see the full, uncut, unmolested version of this video, it's down in the description on our Patreon. Right into it.
Papa did not about the experience. The other day her name was Jesus. And for her, everyone cried. Everyone cried. Everyone cried.
He's right in his R's right there, like Jason was talking about.
Right into the political lyrics, or religious lyrics, I'm sorry.
Nice breakdown.
Let the Messiah go all through our souls.
Like a motherfucker.
I wanna fuck my way to the garden.
Oh my god.
Needs
What a line.
That's hard. That switch up is hard.
The following of Christ, the following of Christ, the falling of Christ, the falling of Christ, the falling of Christ, the falling of Christ.
Wow, that was a short one. Short and sweet and hard. Wow.
Yeah, that one pretty hard.
Oh, straight into the religious lyrics as we see.
Is it anti-Christian?
I think so. That was
It
just
just seems like
hard.
angry. Like, it doesn't even seem like anti. It's
Yeah,
like
I don't know.
Like angry.
I don't really care. I just like the way it sounded, to be
Yeah.
quite honest. That switch up at the end from the breakdown to the right back into the, what was it? Yeah.
Yeah,
That
that guitar went crazy. Die like a motherfucker. That part was funny.
He said, I want to F my way to the garden.
What does that even mean?
I think that's like a religious reference, right?
Like,
the garden.
Like the Garden of Eden?
Yeah, right. That's totally what it means.
It doesn't even make sense. How do you f your way to the garden?
You don't. Exactly. That's the thing. Yeah, then he says the following of Christ. Yeah, totally. Garden of Eden. That's a pretty hard line. Track number 2. No.
Think you know why? Go, go, go!
I love that riff.
Books all say different things while people flip their yellow wings. Trying to start being a hard life in almost everything.
Fine signature.
Don't ever try to fly. Don't ever try to fly. Let's leave your body on the other side. No, you never think you know why. No, you think you know why. No.
That was tough.
Yeah, that was tough.
That
dude.
was fucking tough.
Nah, System of a Down always has the sickest riffs, I swear. That guy,
Yeah.
riff master. We say the same things a lot on this channel, but guys,
Dude, his voice
he's
sounds like
so
he's
good.
like an opera singer or something.
I know.
or something.
I know. He literally went to theater school. It's crazy how he
It sounds
uses
like he's like supposed to be singing like opera
Yeah.
or something.
There's literally no other guy who sings like him.
The riffs, the voice.
Yeah,
It's
to
some
say-
headbanging shit.
It really confuses you because their songs always go in different butterfly effect where there's total like stray
It's like
off
those like
the
TikToks
line.
from a couple years ago. It's like never let them know your next move. It's like you guys probably know what I'm talking about, like the never let them know your next move thing.
I mean, I didn't really understand the lyrics on that one. I think the first song was kind of easier. Maybe it might be more religious stuff, but it's also like total a lot of different.
That one didn't really seem.
on a
I mean, with their
track
music,
number
it's
3.
like yeah, like there's lyrical significance, but like I like it for the
Yeah, lyrics are more of a as you listen more and more.
yeah,
you know?
like almost like it's like a first impression when you meet a person. Isn't necessarily gonna be like, oh wow, like you go and volunteer at the soup shelter and like you
Yeah.
foster homeless kittens. Your first impression of someone kind of like somewhat of an indicator of the person.
how they
But
look, right?
you don't know actually like the people.
But let's go into track number 3, Sugar, a huge one on this album. I think this is their single.
I didn't take a shit.
You do?
I'm actually hyped.
Yes, he's gonna go use a bidet. Oh,
I'm not there all the time, you know. Some people call it in tea. Yeah, they call it in tea.
oh, this is very unique.
Russian roulette every day, a man's sport with the bullet called life. You know that every time I try to go where I really wanna be, it's already where I am. 'Cause I'm already there. No kombucha, mushroom, Peephole, sitting around all day. Who can believe you? Who can believe you? Let your mother pray.
Like, who can believe you?
I got a gun the other day from Saco. It's cute, small, fits right in my pocket. Deep brown white shit with that drop to push my face to the ground. They're all doing son of a motherfucking brain.
Oh, this shit's hard.
No kombucha, mushroom, Peephole, sitting around all day. Who can believe you? Let your mother pray.
Kombucha mushroom people.
I sit in my desolate room, but I'm feeling better. How do I feel? What do I say?
That's like a
Fuck
schizo.
you, it all goes away. How do I feel? What do I say? Fuck you, it all goes away. How do I feel? What do I say? In the end, it all goes away. How do I feel? What do I say? In the end, it all goes away. How do I feel? What do I say? In the end, it all goes away. How do I feel? What do I say? In the end, it all goes away. How do I feel? What do I say? In the end, it all goes away. 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 In the end, it all goes away.
Wow.
Oh.
That was
guy's
the
like
best
a
one
schizo.
so far.
That guy's a
I
schizo,
know,
dude.
that's the best one so far, though.
They were
Holy-
all 3 good, dude.
Yeah, I think that's my favorite one. I think that was a single.
That
off
was
the
like in the
album,
mind
too.
of like a schizo.
Especially that
his
song.
his musical aura, his musical vibe.
That was almost the most like crazy like System of a Down song I've ever listened to. Like
I
schizo
don't know about
wise.
that. Well,
Schizo-wise,
yeah.
schizo-wise, that was out there.
Very,
Especially-
very schizo. I like schizo songs.
yeah.
So.
But I think like System of a Down is like a good way of labeling them is a schizo band.
Yeah.
They're schizo.
And like just super bipolar, dude.
I know.
Like they can go like they can switch up so much from song
Yeah.
to song.
What's the kombucha or mushroom people? Kombucha. What is kombucha?
Kombucha?
Isn't that type of food? I don't know. We're totally wrong here.
Probably. I mean,
I know kombucha is like a food of some sort.
I think so.
What's he even yapping about in this song? You see, it's totally schizo.
Dude, he's talking about like, Russian roulette, kicking the shit out of his girlfriend, anger, killing everyone,
Wow.
feeling pissed off and bitter.
That
Fuck
ending was
you.
epic. Track number 4, Suggestions.
Watching from a post up high, from where you see the ships afar. But if you want the answers, you let me see your eyes. Warning. If you point your questions, the fog will surely chew you up. But if you want the answers, you better get rid of
Wow. happening now?
This guy with his voice is crazy.
That scream is epic. Wow. What is that, like a synth? Whoa. I've totally heard that synth on GarageBand. GarageBand, guys. That's a GarageBand synth there. But wow, what the hell was that high-toned voice?
Yeah, dude.
I like the funkiness here. That was a hard one.
Their music is so bipolar. It's like
Yeah.
they're 180 a song, like
Yeah.
halfway through it. Like
Time signatures in that song was kind of all over the place too. A fucking bass drop. It was kind of hard to catch it at once, but I love the funkiness. It's almost like funkier than Toxicity a little bit.
it's so bipolar.
It's cool that he likes doing whatever he wants and it works. It's gonna be hard doing a top 3.
Yeah, I mean, it's like
Or
13
4 for
songs
4.
on here. They're all kind of short.
But
It's gonna
the
be hard.
perfect length. They don't overstay their
don't
stay
overstay
at
their
all.
welcome,
At
yeah.
all. Track number 5. Ariel's vibe. Yeah, totally.
The piercing radiant moon, the storming of
This is badass.
June,
Switching the vibe a little bit.
all the life running through her hair, approaching, guiding
That bass.
light. Dreams are made winding through my heart. Through my heart.
Switching the pace. Slowing it down.
Before you know of all the life running through her hair, the evening of the moon, dreams are made winding through my head. Through my head. Before you know.
I like this one so far. I like this one.
Yeah, it's like a slow.
Sick.
Yeah, like when he can pull it out of his sack and just do a nice sing. That was like a total vibe switch, kind of stoic song, you know, like the dad. Hey, that might be top 3 in the end.
That was like
Top
a
3
that was
in
like a
the
Sigma
end. Song
Sigma
right
song.
there. He really held during the he held it for a while there.
Yeah.
Wow. Was that a bass line? Comment down below. Track number 6, The Devil. Very short, 1 minute and 43 seconds, but he did talk about it in the call-in, the highlight here.
Yeah, double D devil. Like the devil with big tits.
Naturized existence exists among the riders of power. Shake your spirit, shake loud and noisy. Strong refrigerators, gaining independence, gaining independence. Stupid people do stupid things. Smart people outsmart
This one's
each
good.
other. Then themselves, then themselves.
Great song. Great
Yeah.
song. Wow, why is it so short? That was so short. My God.
Yeah. I mean, he's saying some crazy shit.
Was he talking about
You
the
know?
devil? I don't think so.
I mean, he said the devil is so lovely. So I mean, I think he.
It's hard. It's hard to. It's really
Yeah.
hard. Very cryptic, you know.
Yeah, it is very scary.
That was. I love that
like
one.
strong refrigerators.
What?
Yeah.
What? Who knows? These are all hard, but that was very hard. Track number 7, Soil,
Soil.
named after.
He said this was about
Suey.
unaliving.
Yeah, unaliving. Snare is so juicy.
It feels wrong to like headbangs in a song. He's talking about taking himself out. Feels wrong.
Making a decision of death while everyone around you let you fly in peace, I hope, my friend. A man can't avoid what he's meant to do when he's meant to do it.
His flow. That flow is crazy.
Dude, it feels wrong to like headbang.
What do you say?
Well, he's talking about unaliving himself, dude.
Oh,
It feels
I'm
wrong.
just headbanging.
It just feels wrong.
Realize evil lives in the motherfucking skin. Don't you realize
Snare.
evil lives in the motherfucking skin? Don't you realize that evil lives in the
That guitar, dude.
Why the fuck did you take him away from us, you motherfucker?
Ah. Wow, that's top
that
3
one,
for
that
me.
one's fucked up. Dude. No,
That was awesome.
dude. No, that's fucked, dude.
What? Dude, that
Dude,
was
he's talking about his
crazy.
friend that brains
Yeah,
out.
that's crazy.
Dude, that felt so wrong to like be like. That felt wrong.
While I drove him with a 45. Wow, dude, that was awesome.
It was like
It's
good
just
music.
out of
Like
control.
musically, it was good.
I wasn't even paying attention to lyrics. that
R.I.P.
much.
to whoever it was.
I mean, I wonder. It's just so out.
Dude,
it's
it
just
feels
so
like
crazy.
it feels so wrong.
So good though.
Friends
I
for
love that
years,
one.
like-
Yeah, it's so weird how he's like.
It's weird that song was so upbeat.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Like it was so like just
Like that confirms like
out of
schizo.
control. I mean,
It's like I think he's like angry at God.
yeah, probably.
Or,
That's probably who he's speaking to, as a matter of fact.
like angry at like the devil or God.
Who knows?
All right,
It was just
bro.
a crazy way of making that a song.
Yeah, dude.
You would have expected those lyrics in a song like Spiders. That was like more laid
Mm-mm.
back and like kind of sadder a little
Fuck
bit.
no.
Not really sad, but like maybe
Yeah.
that's what makes it crazy. Track number 8, War. You just know this is gonna be fire.
Fuck is the light, the man you fight. With all your prayers and incantations, running away. A trivial day of judgment and deliverance. Go before this monkey soul, a Gentile or a priest. When the holy land was taken, we will fight the heathens, we will fight the heathens. Was it the riches of the land? Or
Oh.
is it bright darkness? The land of noble to the east, the Monado.
It's like palm muting. Top 5 guitarists on the channel. Whoa.
For you must enter a room to destroy. War, we don't speak anymore of war. We don't
That's
speak
crazy.
anymore of war. We don't speak anymore of war. We don't speak anymore. We will fight the heathen. We will fight the heathen. No, we will fight the heathen. We will fight the heathen.
Guys, is this like, how many of you guys think this is better than Toxicity? This is like all bangers to me.
It's only been good songs so far.
It's all bangers. Like, I could see Toxicity is so much cleaner compared to this.
This is like the
Wow.
this is like the Bleach.
Maybe. It's just so much more. I mean, Bleach is kind of just, I don't know, it's kind of different. I just feel like they're going in a lot of separate ways with this one. It's all like fast-paced hardness, which I'm loving. I have to give it a couple more listens, see how it ages. Track number 9, Mind. Wow, this is the longest one with a massive 6 minutes and 16 seconds.
Like spiders.
It's more like airy.
Yeah. This is like like in a movie when you're like undercut, like
Yeah,
someone's, like,
yeah,
undercover
yeah,
following
totally.
someone.
I was trying to find an analogy for this.
Baby, come close to me. Let me love you. Look at each other. Look at each other. Look at each other.
It's about to be crazy.
Yeah, it's
Craziness is about to
go-
happen.
It's about to go down.
Dang, nice scream.
Well, now mutually, mentally molested children of a mother. Sin. Oh no, the young so popular. Mating that took you and mating that broke your skin. Freethinkers are dangerous. For fates.
Schizo mode activated. Schizo mode turned to 100 on this one.
Yeah.
Look at each other. Look at each other.
Very good song. Like,
Total skits.
that was crazy.
That one was.
I kind of immersed the hardest for that one, even though it was the
Yeah.
like I almost wanted to say something very crude. I was like, that guitar is f***ing me in the ass, like, you know.
Yeah.
I know it's kind of crazy to say that.
I
But
think that one was the most immersive. I think that one was the most schizo. I think that one was the most. It was like seductive at the end. Like
Yeah.
it was like porn.
he loves saying die. Like he loves like saying
Dude, he's like a demon.
I know. He loves just saying motherfuckers die. Like he loves just
Yeah.
saying that.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Definitely like emotionally troubled. Songs are getting longer. Like this one's like 3.5. The other one was just 6.5. They're getting a little longer.
Yeah. Yeah.
When your stars are baked and your rivers fly, do you ever believe you were stuck in love? Sky, when your castle breaks
What
and
the hell?
your feet are dry. Do you believe when your life is dry? Don't you ever get stuck in the sky? Don't you ever get stuck in the sky? Don't ever get stuck in the sky when you're high.
little
I think
screech.
what he means by getting stuck in the sky is heaven.
Honestly, probably, guys. What carnival little breakdown is that? Like, what's going on? That probably wasn't my favorite one off this album so far, but that probably on my
that
lower
one
half
was-
of rankings.
I don't really know how to feel about that one.
Yeah.
That one was different.
More
alright.
repeating lyrics
was
on that
Peephole?
one. Yeah. It was bad.
It wasn't
was
shitty.
bad.
Yeah.
Track number 11, CUBErt. Oh.
Brave by daylight, day face street lights. A pyramid mindfuck. Popcorn everywhere. Cliche people organs and corn everywhere. Cliche people but not.
How does he do that?
Want to be.
Wow. Got a little glitch sound right there.
Short and sweet.
There,
one.
that was the second one. No, not yet. I was like almost the shortest one yet. Just about.
Was it?
Except for DDevil.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's got to be some videos of him in the studio, like that one when he was saying "Dare" in that song. Like,
Yeah.
you know? How does he do that?
Uh,
He's got to be manic in this too.
Dude, that's fucking nuts.
There's got to be some videos of him like that, just like making those weird noises. Oh, he looks like a normal guy, dude. Him right there.
Dude, he does not look like a normal guy. That is not a
Yeah.
normal guy.
That's the guitarist. Is definitely not normal. I'll tell you that.
I mean, he doesn't look like super off.
no. He doesn't. Him with long hair kind of looks crazy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
He looks like a just a stoner hippie.
Guitarist though. He's definitely
Yeah, that guy
nuts.
looks like he like eats possums. and
Yeah.
shit.
Track number 12, Darts.
Remain
What
in
the-
this space for darts scratch by my desires.
Like a woman.
May I please remain in this space by my desires. Life-threatening lifestyles. Him and none. Lovers. Arise and then the gods indeed. Arise and then the gods indeed. And it's
Ah.
Clockmen, for they will long enough for the one who've lost them. Arise and then the gods indeed. Arise and then the gods indeed. And it's good. It's good, motherfucker.
That's
That
more
one's
like
greasy.
it. Peephole and CUBErt, probably my least favorites off the album, and now we're back right into it. Those are like that's the type of vibe I like right there.
Darts, yeah.
That was hard.
It's a sick name for a song.
Yeah,
Darts.
that little uniqueness at the end right there where he kind of
Yeah.
stopped. That was the best part of the song. He was like saying a lot of like ancient names. Ishkur. Wait, Ishkur. I've heard of that before. On the tip of my tongue. I don't know. That was a good one though. We only have one song left. Fuck.
He's
and
just
I-
he's always angry at God. Like he's always talking about some.
yeah. fucking play here.
Race genocide, taken away all of our pride. A whole race
Armenian.
genocide, taken away. Revolution, the only solution. We've taken all the shit, now it's time for us to do sword. There was national genocide. All in our system.
That's cool. That's hard. Name drop. Love the name drop.
Self-name drop right there.
Oh,
I wonder what
it.
P.L.U.C.K stands.
Initials for something. But he was obviously talking about the Armenian
Well, I mean, he's
genocide
talking
there.
about- That was a
Album-
cool closing song.
That was awesome.
close
I like
on,
that
yeah.
one. I like the name drop was cool. That is System of a Down self-title for you. Non-stop action. I am tired from hang banging type shit.
Yeah,
You know, like
meat in
I'm
your
tired
face
from
type
just
shit.
moving my head all night. Basically, just move my head for 41 minutes straight. Neck
Yeah.
workout over here. You know, Toxicity is just like a masterpiece. Opinion. Hard. I have to listen to both of them some more for a full analysis on which one I like better. But I do like the rawness of this one, obviously.
This one was raw. This one, I
Super
mean, this
raw.
one was really good.
Really freaking good.
Very schizo. Very,
That's the word of the day here is schizo.
very like emotionally disturbed.
Yeah. I want you to do your top 3 first.
All right, I'm not gonna go in order. I'm just gonna say
No. Oh, it's in order.
I'll do number 3 Sugar, number 2 DDevil,
Really?
and then number 1 Spiders.
Okay.
I like Spiders a lot.
Number 3 Soil, number 2 Sugar, number 1 Spider. We both had Sugar and Spiders in
and
there.
Spiders, yeah.
I like the intro too. It's hard to do our top 3 after listening.
Yeah,
first time.
after
It's
it's been
super
so
hard.
long, Yeah.
But man, that was an awesome album. We have a huge album next week. Rage Against the Machine, self-titled. Everyone's been waiting for us to do that album, dude. But I mean, it's the most requested album on the channel. We're having a huge group reaction for it. Other than that, see you guys on Wednesday. Or you guys this is probably after, quite honest. But
Thanks for tuning into the
yeah,
stream, guys.
thanks for tuning into the stream. You guys were there.